Hello, my name is Zach Bodeker, and this is my speech/story of how I crashed my sister's event leading up to her wedding and her wedding reception. My sister would swear to you I did not, but she is just too nice to make me feel bad. Although she's not in the audience, she'll probably give me a hug after she sees the video, knowing how I really feel. The purpose of this speech is to explain, do not have too much of your own fun and ruin very important days for someone else, especially your sister. This all started off with the trip of a weekend with the Bernies, and then it went to the wedding, the church wedding, and then it went to the reception, the party. Starting off with the weekend at the Bernies, it was a great trip. It was about a month before the wedding, and we got all of the wedding party, some friends and family to stay in a nice big log cabin together. And Friday night, we all went. We got all of our stuff in. We just started having a good time. Well, Saturday morning, we all went on a float trip together. The float trip started off, we were all floating, having a great time, until it got closer to the end. Everybody was outside swimming, and my own stupidity kicked in, and I did a flip off the raft into what I thought was deep water. It was not. I landed on a rock about a foot under the water. I hit my head off of it. Underwater, I realized something was off. Well, when I came up, I started to lose consciousness, and my dad and my uncle grabbed me and pulled me onto the raft. Then I proceeded to still tell them I was fine, and during that, my mom screamed at me and told me I have a 4-inch gash in my forehead and I was bleeding everywhere. So we took all of the coolers out of the smallest raft we had, and we got in it, me and my mom and dad, and started paddling back to our cabin, which was about a 20-minute paddle. During the paddle there, my mom was holding a dirty beach towel on my head to stop the bleeding. It was the only thing we had at the time. Well, we get back to the cabin, they run in and change clothes. I'm sitting in the truck holding this beach towel on my head. And we look up the closest hospital, and it's a 40-minute drive to the closest hospital. So once we arrive at the hospital, I figure out that I need 17 stitches in my head. And I'm just thinking the whole time, I hope I didn't ruin my sister's party. Well, during that, my sister told me she was just ready to be back at the cabin the whole time. And so she wasn't too mad, but she could have been happier. So leaving the hospital, I left with 17 stitches in my forehead, a horrible scar that I still have now, and a lot of swelling. I was so swollen I could barely open my eyes. This leads to when I got back, my sister gave me just like a look of disgust. But in all reality, she was just happy I was okay. And we went on with the trip and everything turned out fine, besides when I was so swollen I couldn't even fit a hat on my head. And so this leads to about a month forward to the wedding. All the swollen's down at this moment, so I'm good for all the pictures and stuff. But the church wedding was beautiful. It all turned out good. Well, between the wedding and the reception, we had a little bit of downtime. So all the wedding party got onto a party bus, and we all started just going out and having a good time until the reception. During the party bus, my sister reminded us that we were all supposed to bring something to the wedding that I forgot and left at home. My sister was pretty mad about that, but she was still fine, having a good time. We arrived to the reception, and everything was going good. Everybody had a good dinner, and then now the party started. The DJ started. People were dancing and singing, taking photos in the photo booth. Well, during this time, my buddy walked up to me and told me he had to leave. I didn't get to talk to him much while he was there, but he told me he had to leave and go to his girlfriend's Christmas party that day, which was fine. So he left. Well, about 30 minutes later, his girlfriend called me and asked me where he was, and I wasn't sure, so that's what I told her. Well, about 2 minutes later, I get a call. I'm on the fire department, and so is some of the other people there that were at the wedding. We get a call for a fatal head-on collision that was pretty close to the church. So once I found out it was my buddy, I kind of started breaking down and started crying. Well, once I started crying, my sister saw me outside and she started crying too on her wedding day, which is not good. The main point of this story is we started having too much fun and ruined someone else's fun, which was my sister's. Don't have too much fun. But I'm not saying don't have too much fun, but never take someone else's good time and turn it into bad. Thank you.